Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a new subscriber here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to Sessions with Ugo. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that's very interesting, and I was having a conversation with my friend the other day, and I'll attach a handle here as usual because I know I always tell you guys to please send me content ideas because I really want to talk about what you guys want me to talk about, like my subscribers and those that genuinely support me. I want to be able to answer some of your questions and be able to like expatiate more on certain topics that you might want me to do. So it's very important for you guys to like send me your topics to my Instagram so that I can actually like help you genuinely. So she sent me this VN, and in the VN basically she was talking about like having standards and a strategy, right? And I it was very interesting and it made some sense, but I will talk about it going forward. So if you're interested, make sure you stay till the end of this video and don't forget to subscribe. Alright guys, so like I was saying, in the VN she sent, right, she was saying something like how it's very important for women to have standards, but it's also important for us to have a strategy, right? Because with the whole biological clock thing, and especially us women that want to have children and want to have kids at a certain time, we we have to like have a strategy to getting what we want and having kids and things like that. And then that was very interesting because of course, like, we know that we do have a biological clock and there's a certain time frame in your life where you are actually very fertile and your chances of giving birth is very high, and there's a time where it starts to decline according to science or things like that. But what I also just want to say is that the honest truth is, when it comes to finding the right person and when it comes to meeting the person that's good for you, to be very honest, it's something you cannot have control over. Like, you cannot control the timing, the place, the how, the when. You cannot control it. That is just the gospel truth. And if you want to control it, then be prepared to know that you are most likely going to settle. You It's good for you to put yourself out there, right? It's good for you to go on dates, it's good for you to go out, it's good for you to like be available. I think that's the least you can do. Like, that's the highest thing you can do, right? To go on dates, to go out places where you can meet people, to be active online, to be available, to be accessible. But that is the highest you can do as regards like meeting your partner, because I don't encourage anybody to go and be shooting their shots to men. That's for women, right? I don't encourage any woman to put themselves in the hunter's position of actually going out of their way to shoot their shot with men, to be the one to first signify an interest with men, because you're taking away their masculinity and you're wearing it on your shoulder, and then you're putting them in a feminine position. And most people will always be like, well, it has worked out for some people. Because it worked out for somebody doesn't mean it will work out for you, and we cannot make the exception to the rule, right? The Bible has clearly stated that he that finds a good wife finds a good thing. And some people might not agree with that statement, but I genuinely and deeply agree with the statement. So it's one thing for you to put yourself of course, be available, be accessible, but do not go out of your way to hunt for men, to start looking for men, to start doing the choosing, to start doing the finding, because your biological clock is ticking. See, I've always said this thing that when the time is right, things will begin to fall in place for us that genuinely like believe that we are going to receive certain things. But if we use our hand to force things to be, we are most likely going to make mistakes. We are going to make mistakes, because one thing men can sense is desperation. They can sense it from a mile away. They can sense when a woman genuinely just wants to get married. They can sense when a woman genuinely just wants to have kids. And guess what they are going to do? Most men would actually marry you, or most men will actually like give you what you want, but trust me, they have no plans to commit to you alone. They will do it so that okay, they can have a family. They are probably getting older, family is probably on their neck. So yes, they would accept your offer, like they'll get married to you, but trust me, you won't have a home. You will just have a roommate that you make kids with, but you're not going to have a home. So you have to choose your struggle wisely. If your desire for having children is greater than your desire to be in love and to be loved and to have a happy home, then I would not judge you if you choose to go after men because you just want to have kids. That is your priority. Then move with it. But if you genuinely want to experience love, if you genuinely want the best of the best, you want a love that is reciprocated, you want a peaceful, happy home where your kids and their fathers are bonding together, a man that is present, a man that is ready to be a dad. So many men are ready to get married, but not all of them. A very few of the minority, I mean, right, yeah, but only few of them are ready to be dads and be husbands. I'm a married man. It's not I'm a husband or I'm a father. They are very two different scenarios. So the truth is that you don't, I don't know, you really do not want a man that is only going to be there for giving for child reproduction. Trust me, at the beginning it might look like okay, yes, you have your kids, but don't you want to have a family? I don't know. To me, right, I think it is so important for me to have a family that is functional, a family where the dad is present, the mom is present, the kids can understand love, because I think children's first view of love is from their home. If they don't get it right at home, it will affect them every other place they go to, and that's just fact. So if you know that you really want to have children and you feel like okay, you don't want to be 50 and have small children, whatever your reason is justifiable, honestly, but I want you to put it on a scale of priority. Is your desire for having children stronger than your desire to have a functional family, to have a loving father, a loving husband? If it is more than that, then fine, go ahead and get what you want. Like it's okay. But if you know that you want a father that is present, you want a good man, you want a loving man that's a family man, then trust me, darling, you cannot rush the process. You can't pick, this one is not even on the road, you can't pick him, you can't see them, like it's very hard to find. And that's the same thing. I think the Bible, you know, when the Bible said he that finds a good wife finds a good, he that finds a good partner or whatever, I think it also applies to men too. Like, because trust me, he he that finds a good husband actually finds a good thing, right? And who can find him? I think it's another verse in the Bible. Who can find her? Who can find him? Meaning it's difficult to find. Trust me. And even if you put in a strategy, it's just be prepared to know that it might not go the way you want it to go. Because if you put a time frame to these things, you'll be frustrated. Hey, you will be frustrated. Trust me on that. Because you will find out that when the time is getting closer and you're not getting what you want, you really go crazy. You would be questioning yourself. You can even fall into depression because you feel like your world is coming to an end. Like, I'm this particular age and I've not done this, I've not had my children. I thought that's why it's very terrible to put time frames, to goals, especially when it comes to love. I personally just think that we can really find love at any time in our lives, and if you know that having children is a priority for you, I think you should do what you have to do to get that. If you don't really care about love, you don't care about having a happy family, you don't care about those, you're just bothered about kids, then I think maybe if you can find somebody that you can have children with, before you clock a particular age, and go ahead and do that. But I think that as a woman, if you want love, if you want a happy family, if you want a man that loves you, that's ready to commit to you 100%, you can't rush the process. And you have to have at the back of your mind that even if I have to wait till I'm 50 to find that love, I'm going to wait. And if I want to still have children, I can adopt children. Like while I'm waiting for my partner, I can adopt 1 or 2 children. I can still be a mom to other kids. That's if you want to have you want to have kids with a man you're married to, if you are a Christian or something like that. Yes, if your religion allows you to only have children with the man you're married to, then you'd have to know that, okay, you can adopt children, you can still be a mother to people. But if you know that you don't want that, you want to have your own children, and I don't care about love, I don't care, then by all means do what you have to do to get what you want. But my ladies that want love, that want family, that want their husbands to be present, that want to have kids in a very functional family, then you have to be willing to wait this one out. You can't rush it. There's no strategy you can put in place to get it, because even if you go out or every single day, you can still keep meeting trash. And I've gotten to realize that just because you are going out, just because you are on all the social media platforms or dating apps, doesn't mean you're still going to meet reasonable men on there. Sometimes the man you will even meet that will have sense might not even be outside. It can be someone you stumble in the most random place ever, like someone you never think that that kind of man is going to be in. That's where you meet him. So going out, doing all those other things like being on social media, it's good. Like it's good to do those things, right? But have it at the back of your mind that does not guarantee you're going to meet a good man. It's good to have a strategy. Like that could be your strategy, right? Going out, being online, responding to DMs, and just being available, being accessible. But that is as far as it can get, except you're the one that wants to go and start approaching these men and asking them for their numbers and doing all those things, then that's fine. But if you know that you want something else, you want love, you want companionship, you want that happy, functional home, then there really can't be a strategy to get that, honestly. And there can't be a time frame, because people find love at different times. People find love in their 50s, people find love in their 60s, find love in their 40s, 50s. And one thing that I've come to realize is that it's not even how long you've been married to somebody that guarantees happiness. You can be married to somebody for 30, 40 years and you would have been so miserable in the marriage, you would have been unhappy, and then you meet someone, and even if it only lasts for 10, 20 years, you have felt the most loved, the happiest you've ever been. And that is what I consider successful relationship. It's not the length, it's not how long it lasts, it's the quality of the love. Love past love, trust me. Love past love. So I just hope I've been able to kind of answer that question. Because I think about it as well. I think it's something that we all think about. We all think about if we're going to be able to meet the right person before we're a certain age. And trust me, all of us at some point had a particular age in mind. We wanted to meet our husband. We had a particular age. We wanted to have all our children. But if you want to do that and have a happy family, you can't rush the process. Trust me, anybody can have kids. Like, you want to have kids, you can have kids. It's so easy to have children now. But if you want to have family, it is not easy. And if you want to have a happy family, it's not easy. Trust me. I mean, look at the rate of divorce recently. Like, it's crazy. That's to show you that honestly, getting married or just having any family is not really the goal right now, because women are leaving their husbands, men are leaving their wives, because they've realized that that does not guarantee happiness. Like, just getting married and having kids does not guarantee happiness, but getting married to the right person is what makes it's what makes it successful, honestly speaking. So yeah, let me see another thing again. And then yeah, she mentioned that, okay, know what you want and know how to get what you want. And that's the same thing I just said. Do what you can do. Be online, be available, be accessible. But that is the least you can do. Except you want to be the one to go and start working up to men, which I don't personally advise. But like, again, if you just want to have kids with these men and that's all you want, girl, go ahead. But if you want something else, then you have to be willing to wait it out. You have to remove time from it. You have to remove time from it completely. Like, you can't put time on anything that has to do with emotions. You just have to wait and know deep down that you're going to get what you deserve, and you would rather be single than be unhappy and be miserable in a marriage or in a relationship. That is one thing I tell myself. I'd rather be single for the rest of my life than be with somebody that gives me worry, that makes me miserable, that makes me cry, that cheats on me, that hits me. I'd rather be single. I don't want to leave this world knowing that I was unhappy for the most part of it. I was miserable, I was sad, but I was having to always put up a front because I didn't want people to know what I was going through. I'd rather just live single and happy. But if somebody comes along, fine, like, absolutely fine. So guys, that's for this video, and I just hope that this encourages somebody. This gives somebody some form of hope. And like I always say, I'm not one to ever judge somebody. If you know you want to have children and you know that is more important to you than being in love, please do what you have to do to get your kids. Kids are still a blessing, you understand? But if you know that you want to have a happy family, you want to love and you want to be loved, and that's important for you, then you can't put a time frame to it. You can't do anything to get it. Or rather, no, you can't put a time frame to it, and you can't control how it happens. So if you enjoyed this video, kindly give this video a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.